If these walls could tell a story, what a fascinating one it would be. Tales of whale watching in Antarctica, sunbathing seals on the aft deck in Galapagos, and exploring the South Pacific in areas that most of us will only ever see in our dreams. If there's one kind of yacht that's more popular than any other on this YouTube channel, it has to be the Explorer yacht. In fact, in the yacht building industry, Explorer yachts are becoming more and more popular as more and more people want to go further afield than the islands off of Cannes or of South Florida. That's why I am so excited to be able to show you this yacht today. Ocean 7, a vessel that has nothing to prove as far as her Explorer credentials are concerned, and so much to give to somebody who dreams of exploring. Let's start with some vital statistics. Ocean 7 is built by Kingship in partnership with Dutch company Repack, who are one of the world's leading designers of Explorer yachts. Her length is 138 feet, that's 42 meters, and her beam is 27 feet, which is 8.4 meters. Clearly, an Explorer yacht should be built from sturdy stuff and be capable of travelling long distances, and in fact, Ocean 7 has a steel hull and Caterpillar engines that can give the yacht a range of 4,500 nautical miles at cruising speed. When I spoke to the captain, he advised that an average of about 9 knots is advisable for covering long distances, such as an Atlantic crossing. The layout too of the vessel clearly demonstrates her credentials for world cruising, most notably the aft deck on the main deck that is dedicated to tender and jet ski storage. On the day of filming, we stowed a 5.5 metre tender and towed another one that was 6.5 metres, while keeping 2 jet skis on deck too. These can easily be launched and retrieved from this position, and if you consider that you'll undoubtedly want to get up close to a hidden beach or explore further inland through shallower water, this really is an important feature. Ocean 7 still is a luxury yacht though, and a walkthrough of her decks and interior make that very clear. Her sun deck is spacious and inviting, with a jacuzzi tub and a large bar area perfect for offering cocktails in the Caribbean with ice from the Antarctic. Down to the upper deck we find a spacious dining area with an aft seating section where your friends and family may relax when the table is being prepared. And then of course the main deck aft, where there's so much space for the tenders. Actually, the captain was telling me that if you're making a long crossing, there is space for both of the tenders on this deck and the jet skis as well. Of course, when you arrive at your destination, the crew will put the tenders and the toys in the water. There's still space all the time for this large storage unit. Now inside there's space for the lines and the fenders, all of those things that occupy a lot of space on board that aren't really necessary while you're making the crossing. So you can take the yacht from Saint-Tropez to Antigua, for example. The crew will put the toys in the water, they'll set up some deck furniture here. You arrive by tender, you can walk straight across the aft deck and into these magnificent interiors. There's something tremendously welcoming about the interior design of Ocean 7. A spacious lounge area with clean marble and warm woods unites to create a cheery ambience from which to enjoy views of the surrounding seascape. To starboard, a short corridor leads to the owner's study and stateroom. Once again, refreshing and bright, airy and light, such an ideal setting in which to slumber after a day of scuba diving in some distant location, or to awaken fresh and ready for a day of exploring. Below deck there are a further 4 staterooms, 2 twins and 2 doubles. Once again, exquisitely appointed, allowing guests on board to feel pampered and loved even after a tough day of trekking through Antarctic snow or kayaking down an inland waterway. And of course, a tri-deck yacht such as this would not be complete without a comfy sky lounge as the perfect area to chat with your friends and family about your adventures of the day. I suspect though that most viewers of this video will be particularly interested to know about the crew areas and the technical spaces, and this is indeed one of the most impressive features of the yacht. The bridge has been designed with an awareness that many guests will want to gather in this area to enjoy watching the navigation. This is the most accommodating sofa arrangement I have ever seen on the bridge of a yacht of this size. Business-like vertical windows surround the area, and the instrumentation is simple, easily visible and highly functional. To port is a small pantry and the captain's cabin. Remember that an explorer yacht is likely to have the captain and the crew living on board for months at a time, so it's good to see how well thought out this area is. Descend a few steps and there is a glorious galley. It's always a good sign when the chef on board enthuses about the galley, and this one has plenty to enthuse about. From the Viking 6-burner induction hob flanked by a Miele 2-burner, the 2 ovens, the cool room that once stored enough food to feed 17 people for a month in the Antarctic. But curiously, the chef was especially thrilled by the dedicated dishwasher in the galley, which she uses up to 18 times a day sometimes, whilst the crew and the pantry have their own dishwashing appliances. And talking of crew, the crew on Ocean 7 beamed with pride when they showed us their quarters. A pantry area, a dinette and 3 cabins so that the yacht, when fully crewed, can house up to 10 crew. 2 in the captain's cabin, 6 in the crew quarters, and a further 2 down here in the engineer's quarters. This is accessed from the transom, and as proud as the chef was of her galley, so was the engineer of his engine room, and rightly so. Wonderfully engineered, wonderfully maintained. Interestingly, the captain told me that they didn't want to rely on the reverse cycle of the air conditioning to heat the yacht in colder climates, so they added this boiler so that the vessel could have dedicated heating. I should also mention that whilst the yacht is capable of accommodating a crew of 10, you can actually run the yacht quite well with a crew of between 7 and 9 people, depending upon your requirements. This is a yacht that exceeds in so many different ways. She can be used to enjoy a day of sunshine off of the south of France, such as today, but equally so, she can take you to the Antarctic on her own bottom. The hull design by Freepack is widely acknowledged of being of outstanding quality and seaworthiness. The engineering on board is just magnificent. This is one of the few occasions in which I've found myself sending a message to people I knew who may be interested in the yacht while we were filming. Although actually it's not me that you need to talk to if you are interested in this Explorer yacht. It's my 3 colleagues Ed Dickinson, Wes Sanford and Sean Doyle that represent the owner, and it's their contact details that are on screen now.